Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. All right, this is going to be a reading on JD Vance because, well, he's got a case of athlete's tongue because he seems to keep putting his foot in his mouth. Over the weekend, I believe it was, while being interviewed on a TV, like a news program, he basically said something to the effect of that if he has to create stories to get people to pay attention to the southern border and immigration in this country, then that's what he's going to do. And this was in reference to him spreading lies about Haitian immigrants eating animals, dogs, cats, geese, whatever the animal of the day is, in Springfield, Ohio. And that was his response. When challenged by the host, the interviewer, saying, "So you're saying you made that story up?" He tried to reiterate what he said before, that he's trying to keep the focus on the southern border, without saying, yes, I made it up, or no, I didn't make it up. And then he tried to cover it a little bit, saying, well, constituents are telling me this. This is somebody who would be VP. Mind you, he is Ohio's junior senator, spreading fear and tension and anger in his home state. The city that in the schools have been getting bomb threats on a daily basis. That type of thing. Now, there's another city, and I'm going to probably butcher the name, but it looks like Eau Claire, Eauclaire. They have some immigrants that are coming legally into their community of 70,000 people, and there's a billboard up there saying, misrepresenting how many people are coming in, spreading misinformation, leading to fear and people wanting to have public meetings to prevent these people from living in their town. And JD Vance is then out there trying to come up with a deportation plan. Wow. Great. So that's JD Vance. Oh, and there are calls from members, I believe, in the Ohio legislature demanding that JD Vance resign from his Ohio senator position, because how can you have somebody who's the senator of a state spreading misinformation and causing chaos in cities in their own state by basically lying and spreading misinformation and making up stories. So lots of stuff to read on JD Vance. So come on down. Oh, and lastly, he got taken to the woodshed apparently by Donald Trump for trying to speak for Donald Trump on Donald Trump's opinion on abortion and whether or not Trump would support a national abortion ban or not. His apology was, "I guess I shouldn't talk about things before I've talked with Donald Trump," which leads one to believe, well, it's like, well, when was the last time you talked to him? And you don't know your running mate's position on a national abortion ban? Amazing. Okay, so JD Vance, what's going on with him and all the hoopla around this? It's just amazing. This is for entertainment purposes only. Let's see what we get. Okay, we get the Four of Wands. This is the wedding card. This is a celebration. This is bringing people in or kicking people out, depending on the energy here. Now, when he's going to Ohio, saying he wants to deport people, that would be like the, "Hey, don't come in here, you're not welcome" card. Underneath it all is the Seven of Cups, which could be a card of integrity on the high energy, or a cup of, on the low energy, a lack of integrity. Illusions and delusions. Can't accept the good with the bad. Only wants the good, doesn't want the bad. Kind of crazy. So that's kind of what's going on with him right now. It could be anywhere from him trying to stay on the ticket by saying crazy stuff, to him being asked to leave the ticket because of the crazy stuff he said. So we have to throw a few more cards to figure out where we're going here. Whew, JD Vance, are you being kicked out? bringing things to an end. Delusional. There could be bigger picture stuff going on with JD Vance and Trump not wanting him on the campaign. That is entirely possible. This could also, again, be JD Vance trying to put a stop to immigration, remove immigrants and stuff like that from his state to appeal to a group of people that have no integrity whatsoever. In the past, we got the emperor. God, I keep thinking it's the bigger picture, though. He's the junior senator, but this is like the Donald Trump energy. You know, the guy in charge. This could even be Peter Thiel wanting JD Vance to be on the ticket with Trump. I threw on that one way back when. I didn't think JD Vance would make it on there. He had like the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Swords, and he got named to Trump's case. Trump has liked him for like about 30 minutes, I think. And then after that, I don't think he's liked him much at all. Current situation is the Justice card. What do we got going on here? I'm going to throw a few more cards here. I got the Lovers. Wow, look at these major arcana. The 3 of Wands and the 3 of Coins. What do we got going on here with JD Vance? Are they trying to boot him out? If they were trying to boot him out of the party, let's do the high-level reading first, and we'll see what resonates. If you're trying to boot him out of the party, get rid of him. Why? Peter Thiel said you have to be in there. They wanted him in there because he was the one that was actually going to put the Heritage Foundation's program into play. He was the one, kind of, oh, God. Okay, got it. got it. The minute the word 25th Amendment started coming across my lips, here we go. JD Vance, put him on the ticket. JD Vance wants to get in the White House, and then he's going to put an end to something. Peter Thiel wanted JD Vance on there on the ticket with Donald Trump. Heritage Foundation wants JD Vance on the ticket because they want to advance Project 2025. He's their guy. They know Donald Trump won't be disciplined enough to do this, so they want their own guy on the inside. Okay? JD Vance is here waiting. We've got 7 weeks or so before the election. JD Vance is waiting. Once the waiting's over, the secret plans begin. Where's the 25th Amendment come in here? If JD Vance goes in there and Trump doesn't do what the Heritage Foundation says they want him to do, JD Vance can 25th Amendment Trump out of the White House. And then at that point, JD Vance would be the president of the country taking orders from the Heritage Foundation. Trump's not going to take orders from anybody. He's going to be a dictator. If we were just going to keep this local with JD Vance's deportation policy, no new immigrants, he's acting like a dictator, and he's going to try and use the legal system to get rid of immigrants who've legally come to the country. Now, mind you, these are not illegal immigrants. This is not illegal immigration. This is legal immigration. But, here we go to the court cases and trying to muck up the works. But either way, JD Vance has got some shady stuff going on there. He's a snake in the grass. And as we've seen, his over the years, his morals and ethics are fluid. Maybe like his sexuality is fluid. Nothing wrong with your sexuality being fluid. Something wrong when your morals and ethics are fluid. That's not a good thing. JD Vance, Senator and Vice Presidential candidate for the highest bidder. Now, there is a... Well, before we get to that one, JD Vance and the 25th Amendment. Is JD Vance really on this ticket to oust Trump from the White House should they get in? What's the energy? God, I don't even want to read on Trump getting into the White House. What's the plan? Maybe that's a better way to put it. That way you don't have to picture Donald Trump being in there. What's the plan should Donald Trump be elected with JD Vance? What does Peter Thiel and the Heritage Foundation want out of JD Vance? I think they could just do a 4-carder on that one. Knight of Swords. Come rushing in, moving quickly. Crusading. There's that 3 of Wands card. Lying in wait, ready to take action, ready to take orders. Do the heavy lifting. Make the tough decisions. And he's a fool. Whether or not he 25th Amendments Donald Trump out of the office that's debatable. But they see him as the crusader, the guy who's going to go in, do the heavy lifting. He's young, and he's not gullible, but he's impressionable, and they've impressed him. They know that they have plans for him from the future. He's willing to work with them on the plans, and he'll be ruthless in his execution of those plans. So, JD Vance is not a friend to many people. And if you're against Project 2025, JD Vance is not your friend. Not even close. Come back up. All right. Now we come back. Revisit. What will be the backlash for JD Vance as there already is backlash. Will he get more pressure to resign his position as senator from Ohio? Will he actually be forced to resign his position as a senator of Ohio? I imagine this may not be what forces it, but this might contribute to it. It's not an argument for him maintaining that position, and you'd think it would be an argument for him not being reelected next time around, but that could be years in the making. So JD Vance, Ohio, what's going to happen with this senator position with these latest stances here? Hanged Man. Well, Ohioans are certainly looking at him differently, and they may make an example out of him. It just depends if the Republican Party buys onto it. What's underneath it? The Hermit card. More stuff might get exposed. If more stuff gets exposed by this guy, the Republican Party may dump him. They don't want to dump him, though. But here's the thing. They can't dump him because the Republicans need to hold the Senate. And they can't afford to lose J.D. Vance from the Senate if the Democrats win. Cross at the 2 of Wands. There's actions being taken, though. I imagine this is the first step of trying to get a referendum on him. Can you impeach a state senator? A U.S. senator? Can a state do that? I know they can recall the governor, but can you recall your senator? Huh. Well, it could be something like that. In the past, you got the 4 of Wands. Okay, back to JD Vance, Springfield, getting rid of people who've immigrated legally to Ohio. That's a problem. Current situation, it's a fool. God, these cards are looking familiar, huh? In this case, JD Vance just doing stupid stuff. Immature stuff. Stuff that people didn't vote for him for. Ace of Swords, there's kind of a crusade going on here. A life mission, as it were. Maybe in some ways JD Vance has let people know who he is. And what he is a huge disappointment. Out comes the Knight of Pentacles. Mercenary. Movement forward. Will they get rid of him? What's his status here? There might be some movement on getting him removed. Possibly, possibly they could get where he has to be back on the ballot again. I don't know. I don't know about that. Let me do some research real quick here. Okay. In looking it up, no, he cannot be recalled. The beauty of Google. That's in the Constitution. You cannot recall a U.S. senator. And the state cannot impeach that sitting U.S. senator. The House of Representatives can impeach him, but not the state. So, calling for JD Vance to resign, while rather symbolic, they can't force him to. They really can't force him to do anything on that one. Your best bet at that point is, or the most likely bet is when he runs up for re-election to primary him or just not vote for him in the general election. What's next for JD Vance? What's next? I was going to make a comment about the Pew Pew incidents. Nobody's. Elon Musk is like, nobody's trying to shoot Kamala Harris or Joe Biden. Yeah, I took that post down real quick. You're a defense contractor with $15 billion of defense contracts. That's a great way to lose them. Also, you can't make threats to the president or the vice president of the United States. That's also a violation of law. Yeah, JD Vance. Okay, what's next for JD Vance here? Little four-carder and we'll wrap it up. Ace of Swords. Well, he's got his new crusade going on, or there's a crusade against him. Got the Two of Coins, juggling, losing value. Five of Swords. Winner takes all. Knight of Swords. That Knight of Swords has come up again. Eight of Coins. Well, you want to stay in Donald Trump's good graces, you better start fundraising. You better start fundraising big time, or else Trump won't have any use for you. I guess the next big thing for JD Vance, it looks like, is he's going to do more of the same. He's just going to lean into these workers and the working class in Ohio, about these people coming in to steal their jobs, steal their way of life. All the Laura Loomer conspiracy theory stuff. He's just gonna go into it quickly, and he's gonna start flip-flopping on his stories. Already, he's trying to deny that he made up the story. He's trying to muddy the waters a little bit on this, but right now he's kind of in some trouble with that. So you have to come up with something else to detract from the story. But here's the thing: going after legal immigrants after you're saying other immigrants have been eating people's pets, I don't see it. He's gonna try and do stuff. This is not a surprise. He's gonna try and do stuff to distract. But this is the problem he's facing: is that he's an unpopular vice president candidate, and he's just literally pissed off his own constituents in his own state. Well, maybe the most racist ones are not pissed off. They're probably huge JD Vance fans now. But for the rest of the people, women, immigrants, young people, non-fascists, they're probably disgusted by him. Again, there's not much you can do politically. You just have to wait for the re-election, unless JD Vance has been caught in some crime, in which case the Attorney General can bring charges against him and maybe get him to resign his position. But here's the thing. Today's MAGA Republicans, they have no shame. They feel no reason to resign their positions. Why would they do such a thing? It's a weird world we live in when there's no integrity. Back to that Seven of Cups card. Anyways, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. I hope you found it insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.